We're gonna do some PS seasoning tri-tip. Gonna sip on that Polliner grapefruit rattler, some prime time BBQ General, and some of that Berry Treasure truffle butter. Let's get that knife and let's get this thing cracking. But first, I'm gonna take my Bavarian edge and sharpen this knife about 3 or 4 times. I'm gonna load up my pellet hopper with none other than Bear Mountain Gourmet pellets. Black Label Louisiana Grill is going to be cooking these tri-tips today, and we are going to drop that temperature down to 225. We are going to do a reverse sear like I've done in the past. I'm going to go ahead and make my tri-tip sauce, and it's going to be sour cream with a whole bunch of horseradish. I'm not going to tell you how much horseradish, but I will tell you that it's the whole little jar. With half a thing of sour cream. So I like to pre-make this and then put it in the refrigerator and have it sit before I start dipping into it. A couple of big, very large tri-tips here from my local H-E-B. Prime grade. Check them out. They're about 4 pounds each. Really big tri-tips here, guys. So let's go ahead and prep these up. I'm beginning to like tri-tip a lot, and I can see why it's so popular in other places of the country, and I'm really digging it. So the way I do my tri-tip, guys, I take the fat off completely on both sides, get that meat shining, shape it up a little bit, and get rid of that fat cap for the most part on both tri-tips. I'm still, aiming to cook it to perfection. So this is another shot at it. The last time I did it, I was very impressed. I mean, it was fantastic. This time around, though, guys, I'm going to use 2 different rubs on one on each of the tri-tips. But I'm going to go in with my go-to beef binder, which is the Better Than Bouillon. Very light coat, just on one side of it. One of the tri-tips is going to take the BBQ General. I'm going to rub that nicely. Get the edges. And the second tri-tip, we're going to use that Butcher's Blend Prime Time. Is what, it's a prime rib rub. But they're both going to get dusted with some of that Berry Treasure limited edition truffle butter from PS Seasoning. Fantastic. We need to repeat the process. Both sides. And that's the finished product of the tri-tips trimming and seasoning with delicious rubs from PS Seasoning. So here you go, Louisiana Grills, up to temp, 225. I'm using the upper rack. You're gonna just let them ride. Looking for an internal of about 100, 110, 120. This is what they look like after a while here. Very nice. That's the prime on the left and the general on the right. I mean, they're both prime tri-tips. I'm just saying, like the prime time rub. The prime time rub's temping at 120, 122. The general is rocking right at like 130. I'm gonna pull them, let them rest on this cookie sheet. I'm gonna tent them with foil, let them sit for about 15 to 20 minutes before I bring them back to the Louisiana Grills and rock that temp up to 500. I'm trying to do this cook really quickly. We've got thunderstorms moving in. It's gonna get us wet. I've got the slider open. Time for some searing action. I'm doing at least 2 minutes per side, flipping as needed. Getting them out the way there. This Louisiana Grill does a really good job at searing. You can see the flame back there. Very hot, very fast. So we're going in with that prime time tri-tip on this one. We're gonna go ahead and flip it, do another 2 minutes on that side, and another 2 minutes on the opposite side as well. This one was being a little stubborn to get up to that temp that I was looking for, but eventually it got there. He got there pretty good. Fantastic sear in action from that Louisiana grill. That gourmet pellet gives it such a great flavor. I really am digging tri-tip a lot lately. Feeds a lot of people. It's cheaper than brisket, and it's delicious. I mean, let's get real. Here they are. They're finished up. I am going to wrap them in foil and rest them in my oven. I have to make a quick trip into Austin to go pick up my son that's coming for the summertime. So these tri-tip are going to be resting. So by the time I get home, it's slice time, baby. Slice time. So here we go. Here's the first one. This is the General. Nice little pink action going on. Got a delicious refreshment right there. And take a look at this tri-tip, guys. You guys tell me, what do you think? What do you think? How do you think I did? The camera is picking up some pinkage, but not as much as it was like if you were there. Deliciousness, I tell you. So we take that other side, the other half, and we're slicing it. Another shot of both ends here, both grains. Hey guys, I kept tasting this, testing it, and my goodness, it was so good. Here is the prime time tri-tip. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I tasted both of them. Both were phenomenal flavor. I think for me, for my palate that day, it had to be the, and this is by a slight margin here, but there was a definite difference in the flavors between both. But for me, for that day, for that cook, it had to be the BBQ General. Here you guys can go see the close-up of the prime time, and over here to the left is the General. Delicious meal. Tri-tip is fantastic, you guys. Get you some. Do them just like this. They're so delicious. Very good eating. And there it is, plated up, you guys. We had some potato salad, my tri-tip, my sauce, and some homemade beans back there. Homemade potato salad as well. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I appreciate you guys stopping in and watching my video. Peace out.